How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. I also want to let you guys know, yes, we do have the new private group. If you're interested in becoming a better trader or a better investor and be with a community of like-minded individuals, then of course this group is for you. You can find the link inside the description. We'll be happy to have you a part of the family. So what we're going to be talking about today is AMC, and of course we're going to get straight down to business. So the agenda, we're going to be going over an update that came from Adam Aron, which is great news to hear, and you know what, I'll go into more details when we cover that. Then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. This is very key because, as you know already, we are respecting those areas of support, and of course we are looking bullish. Many people said that, hey, AMC's losing steam. Well, you know what, if you take a look at the chart, it is saying otherwise. And then next, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is key, we want to know, are shorts still investing heavily in shorting AMC stock? And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, what are the inflows, what are the outflows, what are the large scale orders actually really looking like? And then when all of that is done, I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts. So let's jump into it. Now let's take a look at the recent tweet that came from Adam Aron. What a weekend for the big screen. Due to a gangbuster opening of Universal Picks F9, 2 million people watched the movie in AMC theaters Thursday through Sunday in the US, and 2.5 million people did so at our theaters globally. Both record numbers since reopening our theaters. So what does this mean? Yes, there is interest. We've been saying this for so long on this channel. People want to go back to the movie theaters. I remember when I was going to the movie theaters, I really enjoyed it. So due to the matter of the fact is, the industry was saying, well, you know what? Nah, no one doesn't want to go to the movies anymore. You could just stream and watch at home. But at the end of the day, there is still interest. So the matter of the fact is, this helps overall with AMC stock. It brings in more interest. People are like, hey, whoa, more people going to the movie theaters? More than we actually thought? I'm going to be investing in this particular play, or should I just say AMC theaters. So what does this mean? What I'll be looking out for, there's going to be more people that are going to want to start FOMOing into the play, wanting to say, oh, you know what, I'm going to get into AMC. AMC is not dead. I'm not going to listen to the media, and you shouldn't have been listening to the media, especially if you've been watching this channel. So now let's jump into the technical analysis and the other portions of the video. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for AMC, which had a strong day inside of the market. Let's go over it. So ended up closing at $58.03 actually, so I guess it hasn't updated here, but you can see we were up 7.49% on the day. Of course, it's a little bit of a change since we did close at $58.03. Now, as far as where it ranged on the day, ended up ranging, getting to a low of $54.33, and then seeing the high at $59.36. So one of the things I want to point out to you guys are areas of support for AMC, and it's part of the reasons why we ended up seeing the strength that we saw today. Many people are saying, well, you know what, AMC is losing momentum, but at the same time, it is still holding up areas of support. So what we talked about in the past is right here at this $52 level. We also talked about in the past right here at this $56 level. And now the fact that we were able to close right at the $58 level is definitely something that is great to see. Of course, we know about the area of resistance right at this $60 level. So when it got to $59.36, we already know there was going to be some selling pressure, and that's why it was able to actually get slapped right back down. But at the same time, since we finished up on the day, I'm looking forward to seeing us get to that $60 level going into tomorrow. So what happens if we pass this $60 level? If we're able to pass this $60 level, then I'm definitely looking forward to seeing a strong move, getting to around here, around $62.97, and then making that move to $63. One thing we do know for a fact though, there is an area of resistance right at that 65 level. They don't like seeing AMC get past that area, and if it does, you already know already, once it gets to 68, we're going off to 72, and we could really see some strength there when it's past 72. So now, if it does decide to pull back, there's more manipulation that decides to go down. I just wanted you guys to know that those areas of support as far as 52, also taking into consideration 56, and if it did decide to pull back further, then also do keep in mind we do have support here right at the 50 level. So as far as the range range that AMC is trading in. This is something that we're completely used to. Let's just see how the rest of this week turns out and continue to be patient. So for the short interest, this is coming from a recent tweet that came from Ortex. All right, so AMC short interest update. AMC is up 6% after 15 minutes of trading. Intraday data shows short interest is up 1.18% today. So it is estimated that the short interest is at 18.94% of the free float. So what does this mean? So out of the shares that are being traded right throughout the day, it's saying that, you know what, it's close to being at 20%. We've also seen when taking a look at Fintel, it's been close to 20%. So it's great to see that this is staying consistent, and we know that shorts are still putting in their money, burning it, throwing it into the furnace, trying to bring down AMC stock. This is why it's very key for us to buy and hold. That's all we really need to do. When these hedge funds and these firms go ahead and start shorting AMC, they have to pay interest. There's borrow fees for all of this. So just taking all that into consideration, as far as retail investors, we own over 80% of the float overall. Things are definitely looking good, especially with the price action that we saw today. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for AMC. So we could see on the inflow side, we had 1,262. On the outflow side, we had 1,223. So we had 19 on the large for the inflow. We had 1,028 for the medium, and for the small, we had 214. Now, for the outflow large, we had 15. As far as for the medium, we had 1,007. And then for small, we had 201. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, June the 28th, it was at 4,198.48. And when we look at the last 5 days, you can see 3 out of the 5 were big time inflow days. And when you take a look at our outflow days, we are still beating overall when it comes to the inflow. So what does this mean? Yes, there's still more interest. There's still a lot of buying going down inside of AMC. And this is part of the reasons why we are seeing continued strength in the overall price. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for AMC, it was great seeing the performance it had today inside of the market. It has been trading in a tight range for quite some time, and now what we're looking forward to is seeing AMC get comfortable in that $60 area. Is it going to be coming this week? Hey, that would be great, but we already know when it comes to this play, we have to be patient. We have to continue to buy and hold if you are able to, and if you want to be a part of the movement. Please do not get into the movement because you're feeling pressured about it. I want to make sure I'm very clear here. The next thing to go over, as far as when we took a look at the order flow, it is still looking good. People are still buying in. So taking this all into consideration is part of the reasons why we see continued strength. Taking a look at the short interest. Yes, when we took a look at it, we already knew it was around that 20% area. Ortex put up that tweet earlier in the morning. We see, you know what? It's around 19%. So of course, when the updated numbers come out later on in the evening, I feel it's not going to be too far off from where those estimates are. But what this tells us, yes, these institutions are still putting in all this money to short AMC. Let them continue to do it. They're the ones that have to pay the borrow fees, and they're the ones that are going to end up being burnt in the end. They're pretty much betting on retail investors to crumble, to fall, to be like, you know what, I'm out of here. I don't have the patience for this. No, it's not happening with me, and it's not happening with millions of others. Because like I said, as retail investors, we own the float. And then for the next thing, the media was putting it out there. Hey, no one wants to go to the movie theaters. The movie theater industry is dying. But when Adam Aaron put up that tweet, hey, there is still interest. People still want to go to the movies. Just because we got hit with C-19 doesn't mean that people are just apprehensive about it and don't want to step into a theater. There are many that still enjoy the overall experience. A lot of us have grown up going to the movie theaters, so that's why it's part of the reasons it was great to get this kind of news, and it brings even more positive sentiment for AMC stock. Also seeing many people buying in, and whenever AMC has a green day or you see some strong price action, you have a lot of FOMO. And then the other thing is, the reason why this is great, especially carrying this momentum throughout the week, as it continues to show some strength, we're going to have more day traders in there. What does this mean? We're going to have more volume, and we already know how well AMC trades when there's a lot of volume running through the stock. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Continue to buy and hold if you're able to, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the week looks like.